What are their food bowls doing outside here? Do they live out here?
They do.
They live out here. They come inside it every night.
Okay.
But they're jumpy.
Destructive.
Destructive.
And they're gonna dig.
They're diggers.
During their days left alone in the backyard, the terriers have chewed up the patio railing, rocking chairs, and dug countless holes in the ground.
Apple and Zuzu, they're in the yard for 14 hours a day. So after a while, it becomes boring. And does Spencer, does he play with them? Does he?
Not enough. He's not gonna like that answer, but
Not enough.
Not enough, no.
And we have not licked the voice command thing.
Oh, what, so they don't listen to you?
Oh, gosh, no.
If we go outside the gate and they're not on a leash, anything could happen.
Apple and Zuzu, they've had no training whatsoever. They don't know any language because they haven't been taught. So of course they're not going to respond to Joe and Andrea. They don't know what Joe and Andrea want of them. Andrea and Joe have done very little training with Apple and Zuzu. In fact, Andrea told me that she doesn't think that Apple and Zuzu even know their names. So I just want to start off doing some name recognition training. All right. Now you tell me that you don't think Apple and Zuzu know their names.
We're not sure.
Okay.
Come here, Apple. Apple.
Apple. Apple.
Come here, Apple.
So I just want to do a simple name recognition game, and you guys can do this as well. All I'm going to do is I'm going to say her name and treat her. When you call a dog, it's not just the name recognition, it's also the tone that you do it in. Apple, Zuzu, hi. So even if you go, ah, come on, Joe.
Can we have a different call there? Help me maintain my manlyhood through this, please. If I still have any left, just help me maintain what's there.
I know. But you know, it's the tone. It's a ha.
It's happy.
Yes.
High pitch.
Yeah, it's time to work now. This is fun. Love
Apple,
it. See?
Zuzu, come on.
Look at that dog. Hey, Apple. We don't have to go over the top. Zuzu. Zuzu. Good girl. What I did is I waited for her to look away from me. I called her name. She looked at me, and I gave her a treat.
Okay.
Zuzu. Good girl. Zuzu. Training with Apple and Zuzu, we have to go back to basics because they don't know anything. And I think they're going to learn pretty quickly.
Zuzu. Good girl.
If you don't stimulate them mentally and you don't give them lots of physical exercise, all of that energy can go onto negative behavior such as digging and chewing. When I'd finished the name recognition training, it was time to go on to a simple sit training. I'm just going to hold a treat in front of Apple's mouth. And she has to work out how she's going to get this out of my hand. I want her to put her bottom on the ground. Good girl.
Oh, my.
Good girl.
Good girl.
Good girl.
Were you pushing back at all?
Just raising her head a little bit.
So that's how you get them to sit.
I love it when I see people really enjoying their dogs.
Good girl.
And seeing that, you know, their dogs do have a brain and they do respond and you can communicate with them.
Good girl.
Well done. Well done, Joe. Fantastic.
What I'm seeing is it's not that they weren't smart, it's just that they were not trained. I think the sky's the limit. We're going to get a lot of payoff and a lot of enjoyment from interacting with them. I think it's really fun.
Forgotten terriers Apple and Zuzu have been taught their names and how to sit. Now Victoria wants to encourage the kids to get more involved with the dogs.
I thought it would be really good to use Abby and Spencer because it really is about making it a game, making it fun, playing, and terrier mixers love doing that. I want to train these dogs to come to you when you call them. Mamas, mamas, come. Oh, Zuzu. Zuzu is very much more motivated by animals in the ground or sounds that she hears. Wow. Good, a little raised note. Terriers like squeaky high sounds. It's the sound of prey. So when I really wanted to get her attention, I was gonna squeak. So I'm calling their names and I'm telling them come. Apple, Zuzu, come. Good. And I'm rewarding them with treats. Abby, I want you to call them to come to you and step back as you're doing it. Apple, Zuzu, come. Get Zuzu's attention. Zuzu, running away can make it a bit more exciting because they love to chase. Oh, good. Good pups. Spencer, can you back up? Run up behind that bush, okay?
Apple, Zuzu, come. It was fun playing with the puppies because they have so much energy. It was fun to just run with them and they're to chase. And that simple game I do all the time. Apple, Zuzu, come.
I'd like you to play this game with the dogs whenever you can. Try and find as many ways as you can to motivate them. I think this is going to help the dogs chew less, dig less, and if they get taken out for their daily walks, as I've advised, I think those dogs will be much happier. Apple and Zuzu live a lot of their lives out in the backyard, and I wanted to make the backyard a bit more fulfilling for the dogs and for the family. Because Apple and Zuzu are terrier mixes, they love going in tunnels, digging holes, going underground. That's what they're bred for, to go underground to chase weasels, rabbits, anything. And then they were taught to bark very loudly so that the hunter could find out where their dog was and then dig out. So that's why these girls are pretty good barkers as well. They've got the whole thing. They're diggers, barkers, and tunnelers. And I wanted to just give you this agility tunnel because I think you can make your yard a little bit more exciting for them. Now, Zuzu especially is the huntress. Now, what I found, which is really interesting, Apple bullies Zuzu all the time. So you'd think Apple is demonstrating alpha behavior. But not at all.
Really?
No. What's happening is that she is more insecure, and the bullying comes from being insecure. At school, if there's a bully at school, would you say they're secure or insecure?
Insecure.
Okay. Because who is the bravest one of the two?
Zuzu.
Zuzu. When I put this down, it was Zuzu that went through first.
Good girl.
And Apple, who's like, But I think agility is great for dogs to do anyway. And the reason why I wanted to do tunnels is that you can do many tunnels around your yard. So I want to get Zuzu.
Oh, look.
Know her name?
You know your name now. I called you. Good girl. Oh my gosh, I didn't call you. Apple. Good girl. All right. Now, Spencer, can you go the other end of there?
All right.
Here. Just wait a second. All right, and kneel down here. Now, Spencer, you start calling her.
Zuzu, through. Oh, wrong way.
Now that's a different way.
Zuzu,
Through.
come on.
Zuzu.
Through.
All right.
Good.
I think especially Zuzu liked going through the agility tunnel. I can tell they're going to be doing that a lot.
Zuzu.
Through.
Good girl.
This is a good game that we can practice with the dogs and also helps their energy level.
The whole thing with agility is that it's a sport that you play together. It's a teamwork, cooperation.
The children are also keeping up with the training with Apple and Zuzu.
Apple, Zuzu, come!
With all the activity, there's no time for the dogs to indulge in their digging habit.
Good girl.
Apple, Zuzu, come!
Got to find him.
You like these treats, don't you? Since Victoria's left, Apple and Zuzu have just turned into great dogs.
Apple, Zuzu, come!
My mom and my sister used to not mess with Apple and Zuzu, but they've turned that around.
The training has really got me more engaged with these dogs. Roll over. It's really fun.
Thanks for watching. If you love It's Me or the Dog and want more dog training tips and tricks, visit my official site, positively.com. And if you're interested in learning more about becoming a dog trainer, check out the Victoria Stilwell Academy. Links to both sites are in the description. I'll see you online.